I got this video. I found somehow I got to meet this uh, what's called this ex-KGB agent explaining what is subversion.
Oh, Yuri Bezmenov.
Yuri Bezmenov, yes. And so I posted the video. I made my website because that's what I used to do. I used to make websites, and I made my website and I posted, and it's kind of like just format, blog format, and I posted that video, and then I just went ahead and kind of like gave my commentary on the video and turned it into podcasts, and decided that I was just gonna do a podcast. For many years, I've done tried many online businesses and stuff. So I had kind of studied a little bit of how to start a podcast and all that stuff. Not as much as I wish, but I was also for a while. I'm still a little bit, not much, but I kind of like follow a lot. Gary V.
Mhm.
Yeah. So kind of this idea of kind of a little bit of obsessiveness of like just like becoming massive, and then I thought, I mean, fuck it, I'm just gonna post it every day, Monday through Sunday, and I just decided that I was looking for some peace of mind, peace in my heart, that I'm thinking, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if these fuckers are gonna blow the whole thing up, and I don't want to just be sitting here with a fucking dab here. It's like just waiting, and then they just take me out and dump me into the train or some shit like that. If I'm gonna go down fighting. And so then I decided I was just gonna write. I'm sorry, I was just gonna do a podcast, because when I write, I take a long time writing. I tried that before with posts, and it was, it took me so long. I'm kind of a little bit, perfectionist on my writing. And so then I thought, just record, because also video was another thing you have to like set up the whole thing. And I just got into video finally. I should have gotten earlier, but I decided, well, if I'm going to do it, it's going to be audio. It has to be audio, because it's easy, and I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to think what I'm going to say. I'm just going to, if at the beginning, I had several ideas, and then I realized that it's a lot of work to actually prepare for a podcast. And then I started doing the news. Kind of, that was the next thing that I did. I kind of just, and then it was an hour at least of preparing, watching the news. But what happened was, after kind of like maybe a couple months or something, I started getting a little bit heavy, like I'm looking at the news all the time, and it's like, and then I'm reporting on it, and it's a war, it's moves and counter moves, one day you're winning, the next day they're beating you up, and it's like, it started at some point. What really hit me is what I asked myself, yes, okay, I want to do a podcast every day, because it's kind of like, it makes me feel good, it gives me peace. But what I really want to talk about is God. That was kind of my the moment I look at myself and say, what do you really want to talk about? And then I thought, but I cannot really talk about God that much. After 5 episodes, I'll be repeating myself. And then I thought, the Gene Keys. And then it's like the massive amount of information. I'm like, I can't just review this stuff, and I'm gonna have episodes for like the end of the world. It's like forever. And that's how it started. I wanted to, because I've been already starting and doing a lot of things with my book, but the daily practice, it really changes everything. Like since I started really diving into the work and the hologenetic profile and contemplating it, they get to you. Richard is right. He actually said it, he's like, the biggest trick that I've come up with is come up with more stuff for people to put their attention on this stuff. And he's a genius. I love him. I'm incredibly grateful, because he got it right. Just, it's so vast, but at the same time, it's like it takes, I don't know if everybody has this same thing, but it took me a while for really dive into it. It has a thick skin, and but it really at this point now I'm coasting. I'm loving every day, that I'm doing this. So that's a very long answer. Sorry, it took me forever to go.
No, it was awesome. There's so many fun pieces that I want to play with. So you have created 2 structures for yourself to develop your Gene Keys mastery, your book and your podcast. So what in your profile points to this being a go-to strategy of yours?
I don't see my podcast, I don't see my profile as triggering my physical actions. I do see, if we were to look at the physical aspects, the life's work and the evolution. Basically, I have my life's work is Gene Key 37. So what has helped me in my own contemplation is realize that I'm here to become balanced. Mm-hmm. The balance of male and female, of doing and being, of releasing and making happen. And I love that because I am that. And so that really resonates with me at a physical level and in what I'm here bringing. And so I bring that in my podcast, and that's the big part of my book. And that's literally, the more I contemplate that, the more I realize that is the future. That is literally how we get out of this hole, because we're stuck because we're very logical, very regimented, compartmentalized civilization. Mm-hmm. We need order, but not that much. It's out of balance. You need to bring that female back and just become the archetypes, what it is, time and space, and let go of this rigidity that we have, right?
Thanks for tuning in, tribe. If you are finding any value whatsoever from my videos, I am inviting you to feel into becoming a paid supporter on either my Patreon platform, my Locals platform, or Dare to Dream. Both. The path of the truth-telling journalist has gotten quite a bit crunchy over the past few years. The shadow banning and the censorship have really taken their toll. So your support allows me to keep on keeping on, to keep on making videos and sharing my content. So once again, if you are receiving any value from what I'm doing here, if you're digging my videos, if they make you smile, if they make you think, thank you for supporting me on Patreon, on Locals. Your support really, truly allows me to continue to do this.